From the QPS magazine, I'm Christian. This is 1619. This week, Noah Mulkey and I are discussing the best American music.
So 2 summers ago, I'm at my friend's house. We were watching Dr. Phil. The episode is on Danielle Bergoli, which most of you know are Bad Baby.
Catch me outside, how about that?
I asked my friend Gary to put on some rap. He started playing the rap playlist on Spotify. Travis Scott started playing, then he went off to buy some snacks, and it was just me, alone, with the music. Then he gave me plenty of time to think about the music I was hearing.
Goosebumps every time you come around, yeah. You lose my mind, you make everything feel.
The next song was
When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot.
Drop It Like It's Hot by Snoop Dogg. I was thinking about how when someone said rap, it makes you think of black rappers like Kanye.
Faster, that don't kill me.
But the next song I heard was
Rap God by Eminem, a white artist. And I thought there was something tying all these songs together, something similar. It was that they're all storytelling. Most of these stories were about poverty, and the reason most rap artists were black was because black people in America are more prone to poverty than white people. The reasons behind this are complicated, but we can find them in the history of slavery in America.
But the sound of America. It is deeply American, for example, when it is sung by a person like Eminem. And it fills me with pride, like I know that there is something irresistible and ultimately inevitable about black music being a part of American popular music. And it also reminds me that there is a history to this, a very painful history, and that pain is responsible for this music.
Some of the oldest recordings of black American musicians that we have are from the 1930s.
You can hear in some of these songs that we would call something like The Livelong Day.
When the sun goes down, I'll be so glad when the sun goes down.
Years and years of hard work and unimaginable sorrow.
I wanna lie down.
Coming up next is our Q&A session, but first, a quick advertisement from QPS Library.
Hi, my name is Catherine. I'm the founder of QPS Library. And I just wanted to mention that we put our heart and souls into this. And if you don't buy our books, I will sue you!
Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was too busy reading a book at QPS Library.
I really like our QPS Library. It is very good. I like the books. Books are good. Like this one. Once and Then. It is about dogs.
Hello? I like libraries, especially QPS libraries. They have very good books.
Just so you know, we're in desperate needs for assistance. And we have one right here.
Is amazing. They have a lot of different books for all different ages. They have many different genres, and they have books in Spanish too. At QPS Library, you can find a book perfect for you.
Our podcast is based off the 1619 podcast. You should go listen to it.
Oh, what do you see as the lasting legacy of slavery in the U.S.?
I think it has affected America deeply. In one way, it has affected our music and culture. Racism and discrimination are deeply affecting America to this day. What stuck out to you from this podcast, Christian?
A lot of lines overall have stuck out to me, especially the blackface section. It really surprised me that something so cruel could ever be made up. Some of you might be thinking, what is blackface? Well, blackface was a music and performance art act created in the 1830s by a white man named T.D. Rice, who put black polish on his face. He performed his own routine, and people loved it so much they called for an encore more than 20 times.
What was the outcome of this, and when did it stop?
After this performance by T.D. Rice, blackface blew up in popularity. Performer after performer went out to stage and performed this act. After all of this, groups called the minstrel groups, a team of blackface performers, went on to do blackface performances, mocking black people.
I think I was really caught off guard when I heard the blackface section. Another thing that I'm really astonished by is that blackface was being performed by black people after the Civil War. They were literally making fun of themselves. What do you think the reason was for this, Christian?
Started actually doing blackface, it caused some confusion. I said that because some people thought they were trying to mock themselves, but really, it was the only option for making money.
Blackface ended, black musicians were doing all they could to forget blackface and make culturally unique genres that weren't making fun of them, weren't mocking them, and they were just theirs.
A few black genres of music are gospel, rumba, blues, bamba, jazz, hip-hop, etc. I would say black people really formed a lot of music that we listen to now.
When black musicians like Louis Armstrong started getting popular, white popular musicians started trying to mimic genres like the blues and later disco and soul music. This podcast was a remake of the 1619 podcast. Thank you for listening, and hopefully we will see you next episode.